All right, what's going on, guys? It's Trader here, and you're watching another film breakdown over at HawgBeat.com. Today, we're going to be taking a look at 5.73 star defensive end out of Nolan Catholic High School in Texas, Kaleb James. James he got offered by Arkansas a couple months back. Took a visit to, I believe, the Auburn game a couple weeks ago, was at the A&M game. Has spent plenty of time around the Arkansas program, has offers from 20 FBS schools, Cincinnati, Michigan State, Oklahoma, where he'll be this weekend for their game against Texas Tech, as well as Oklahoma State, Utah, a couple more, Virginia, Arizona State off the top of my head. But he told me after that Texas A&M game, when I wrote a story on him, that Arkansas was in his top three. So I think it's only fair we go ahead and take a look at some of these highlights that he's got out from his mid-season of his junior year. He's a 2023. I have no inside information on this at this time, but, I think there's some saying about fire and smoke, and I think you can gather the rest. Picked up 2 future casts to Arkansas from national guys, one national guy, one Texas insider, just last week. So a ton of new stuff going on in his recruitment. It'll be interesting to see how this weekend kind of pans out for all that. But before we get into looking at those highlights, make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you guys want to hear everything, see everything you need to know about Arkansas Razorbacks football, we've got football press conferences, practice clips. We've got these film breakdowns that I'm trying to do as often as possible, recruiting highlights, and much, much more. Basketball is coming around. We've got a ton of coverage there. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, as well as going over to HawgBeat.com and checking out our premium coverage. We've got great stuff, recruiting coverage from myself, award-winning team coverage from Andrew Hutchinson. We've got game analysis from Mason Choate, and basketball season, like I mentioned, right around the corner. Great stuff from Jackson Collier on the basketball side of things. And for a limited time until this Sunday, you guys can get a year of our premium coverage. That's 12 months, usually $100 value for $11.95. Less than 4 cents a day. It's right around 3.2 cents per day. You guys are definitely going to want to take advantage of that. You're not going to regret it. Access to the premium content. That's all my recruiting stuff, as well as some big time practice notes stuff from Hutch, and a ton of basketball stuff from Jackson. And you get access to our message board. You can mix it up with some Razorback fans, see what's going on. They get all kinds of stuff in there that not even we see. So make sure you guys do take advantage of that offer before October 31st by emailing Andrew Hutchinson 413@gmail.com with your .edu email account. It's for all college students. All you have to do is have an .edu account and email Andrew Hutchinson 413@gmail before Halloween. So make sure you guys go ahead and take advantage of that. And without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, now we're going to be taking a look at Kaleb James highlights. Like I said, goes to Nolan Catholic, and you might notice some pretty solid defensive line play on the other side. That is because Cal commit, kid that Arkansas was targeting, Curly Thomas, is actually Kaleb's teammate. So that's an interesting dynamic, and got to be terrifying for quarterbacks. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Off the edge there. Gets to the quarterback. Gets up with the windmill. All right. It's that nice swim move, and he's right through the line. That's a great block shed right there, and he wraps him up. Doesn't even have to take him down. That running back's not going anywhere. Really quick with his hands, holding his ground there and able to go in and make the play even though it's on the opposite side of the field. That's what they teach. You're not rushing upfield on that. You kind of read what the blocks are. Once again there, it looks like a play up the middle. He ends up holding that blocker, not giving up any ground, and able to kind of stand where he is and make sure that he's able to make a play and be involved. Quick with his hands. You don't have to move the offensive lineman back 5 yards every play. That's not your job. And this is textbook stuff from James right here. And they just keep running at him. This looks like the same team. I don't quite understand that strategy, but to each their own. Lined up inside there, able to break through. Forces a bad throw. Not quite able to get there for the sack, but that entire play hinges on whether he's able to do that, and he was able to there. Looks like we're in another game here. Able to get out to the edge there and make a play. Just so quick with his hands, able to break through. Looks like he was getting double teamed there. Let me go back and look at that one real quick. Yeah, not a double team. Running back steps up, splits both of them, and able to get right through. Force the fumble as well. That'll go as a strip sack. It's a heck of a play. That swim move is just so dominant for him. Teammate couldn't quite finish it up there, but he steps in and is able to bring him down. So dominant with those first hand check moves. Able to get around with his spin, tip that one up. If you can't get to the passer, make sure you're not giving up ground. Get your hands up. The offensive lineman did a poor job there of keeping the lineman's hand or keeping James' hands down. But credit to James for having the wherewithal to get his hands up there. Another block shed, able to push him back, gets right through. See, he's got the finesse, and he's got those finesse moves, and then also able to go in and get the power rushes when he needs to. There, he just stonewalled him. And with the way he moves his hands and is able to stand his ground, I don't know how he's not involved in every play. Right there again, able to get down low. Oh, they went slow-mo for this one. Another run stuff there. Able to get it done on both options. Not safe just doing one or the other. Free rusher here. That's a lapse in coverage. Able to force the bad throw there, force the incompletion, and that quarterback had some words for his lineman. Jumps on the ball, sees it get loose. It's good field awareness. So what I'm seeing in a lot of these sets is he's not lined up off the edge for most of these. He's coming in from kind of a 3-tech, or maybe he's on the edge, but there's a linebacker outside the tight end. But it lets him, kind of work on those power moves coming up the middle. Doesn't always have to just speed rush around the right side. Just making his impact felt in every play. Run, pass, whether he's at the quarterback, at the ball carrier, or just knocking the ball away, forcing an incompletion, just always involved. And that's what you want to see when you're on defense. If you've got an impact guy like this who's getting recruited to these high-level programs, that's what you want to see. And you're seeing it loud and clear here why he does have those 20 FBS offers. All right, y'all. That'll wrap up our film breakdown of 2023 3-star defensive end prospect and Arkansas target, Kaleb James. Great film. Really like the use of his hands and how he's able to kind of, whether it be the swim move or the hand fighting right off the beginning, he generally gains the advantage on the offensive lineman he's lined up against from what I saw in this film. And I know it's highlights, but just seeing that technical stuff and seeing the textbook stuff of, knowing, I don't need to drive this lineman 5 yards back. I'm not going to get driven back. I'm able to hold my ground and figure out how to make a play wherever the ball is going on the field, as well as having that ball instinct of knowing, I need to go be a part of every single play to help my team. And that's what you love to see out of these super talented guys, is making sure their impact is felt every single time. So if you guys want to keep up with everything that's going on with Kaleb James, his recruiting, I'll try to talk to him again sometime in the next couple of weeks to figure out if there is, that whole smoke fire thing, but we'll see how it goes. Make sure you guys, as well as every other prospect, that Arkansas is looking at, follow HawgBeat.com, follow at Arkansas Rivals on Twitter, like and subscribe to this channel, and take advantage of that deal. It's fantastic. It's the best you're going to find for premium coverage like what we have over at HawgBeat. So if you're a Razorback fan and you've got that college email, that .edu, it's definitely worth it. I had my brother take advantage of it. It's just, you can't pass up on it. So without further ado, that'll do it for us. And I will see you guys later.